Player, this pimp don't lie. How many rap stars you know that went to Berkeley High? I'm always with a cup of bourbon. I'm in here choosing, you up here searching.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's me, Ben, and welcome back to a brand new video. Faith and I are on the road to Orlando to see Dreamcatcher. Faith, how are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm excited. I like short drive.
But yeah, let's go ahead, just because I don't know exactly how much time we're going to have once we get there. Faith and I have not been to this venue before, but we're looking forward to it. It looks like it actually has seating. And sometimes when Faith and I go to concerts, there's no seating and we're used to standing at this point. But let's play the game. The song I am most excited to see, will be straight up about it, is Boca, because that's still to date my favorite title. And if I was going to throw in an extra one, I think I'd say Wind Blows or Jazz Bar. I would love to see Jazz Bar, but everyone feels that way about Jazz Bar, so I feel like unbelievably basic for saying that, but that's just the way that I'm feeling. So what about you?
I am most looking forward to Peary. I don't know what I would choose as the second one. Damien?
Yes.
I like that song a lot, so I'll put that one as my second.
Okay, bet. But Faith and I have a full tank of gas, and we're going to try to get some food before we roll on over. Goal for the night is to be able to manage to get some merch if we can, but something tells me that insomnias are going to be all over that merch table. So as much as we're trying to get there on time and nice and early, I would imagine there are people already in line, and it's 3:30 right now. Yeah. Doors probably don't open for another 3, and they'll, quick shout out one time to my Twitch viewers for helping me with the gas money for this trip. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all helped me out with that. So shout out to all the Twitch viewers for helping us raise that money, because it's making this trip even easier. So thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I feel so weird because I'm not looking at the screen because I need to worry about driving. Oh, the last thing I'll say is as we pass this...
reported ahead on I-480.
Yeah, great. I'm going the speed limit. Thank you. The last thing I'll say really quickly is that I want to see if Faith and I are able to stay loyal to our biases by the end of the night.
No way.
So Faith, tell them who your bias is.
My bias is Sua.
And my bias is still to date Jiu. I began my Dreamcatcher journey as a Yuhyun bias, but I've ultimately, and for the last multiple years, have been Jiu bias. And I'm curious to see...
I know I'm hopping. 3 of them are blonde and Sua's not one of them.
Well...
I'm gonna hop. It's just how it is.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do my best. I think I'm gonna do my best, of course, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes I go into concerts and I'm like, I'm not hopping. It's not happening. Tonight's like, good. We'll see about that, but we'll definitely talk about that when we get back in the car after the concert. We'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. my god, dude. Oh my god.
And you know how today is our last concert? 네, 캐나다부터 미국까지 우리 고생해준 스태프분들 정말 너무너무 감사합니다. From Canada to America and to all of our staff who have gone through and worked hard with us, thank you so much for all
Yes,
of
yes, yes, yes. It looks so cool in the dark. Oh my goodness. Oh! Let's go! Alrighty, my friends. That was absolutely incredible. Dreamcatcher brought the energy all night long, and I just need to say before we absolutely gush about how incredible the girls are live, I just need to take a moment for myself when I eventually inevitably come back to this vlog because I want to relive the night. I tend to go back and rewatch my own concert vlogs just because I want to remember exactly how I felt that day and things of that nature. This was one of the easiest and most smoothest concert experiences ever. From Faith and I's drive to the venue, how quick and easy and how good our dinner tasted. The parking situation was cheap and easy, and it was like less than 2 blocks away from the venue. The venue itself was absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't think I've ever been, no, you actually said this to the girl that was next to us.
I did.
I have never been in a concert venue bathroom that was that clean.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I almost took a selfie in there because I wanted to remember how clean it was.
I took many in there.
Okay, well, good. Well, you'll be able to remember. I forgot on the way out. Just all around, staff was super helpful and also very kind. We had a couple of staff actually crack some jokes with us. So it was just all around really good vibes, and everybody that we got to talk to was really nice. I got to talk to a couple of y'all that have seen some of the videos. So thank y'all so much for coming up to me. The saddest thing in the world for me is when I get a tweet from someone like the day after, like, hey Ben, I saw you at whatever concert and I didn't come up to you because you look busy, or like I didn't want to interrupt. Interrupt me. Come say hi to me. I want to say hi to y'all. But shout out to everybody that came up to me. It was really nice to talk to y'all. And now we should probably talk about the concert and stuff.
Yes.
Let's start off with the sad. Faith did not get to hear Piri, which was rough, and I agree. I would have loved to have seen Piri, so I completely understand. But also, we do need to understand Piri is much, much, much older, and at this point, they've done how many tours here in the States, and they probably performed it live here like how many times. But I also did not get to hear Wind Blows tonight, but that's okay, because as we'll talk about in a little bit, I had a couple of B-side performances that I had no idea they were going to play, and I should have probably known, but I was just silly and I just forgot. So you said going into it that the one that you were most looking forward to was...
I said Piri, and I said Damien.
Damien was phenomenal.
To be fair, I knew Piri was not on the set list. I always know the set list ahead of time. I knew it was not on the set list, but it's my favorite, so I had to say it anyway.
Yep.
But Damien was amazing, as I knew it was going to be. But I also, my actual favorite of the night was Propose.
Propose was so good.
I completely blanked, forgot it was on the set list. I should have said that earlier.
I feel like it's possible that Propose was one of the loudest crowd reactions of the entire night, and deservedly so. I definitely had a feeling that they were going to do Propose, but by the time it came on, I was not ready for what was happening in front of my eyes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
For me, I got my Boca, and I got it real early in the show. It was like song number 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was exactly everything that I hoped it would be. Almost lost my voice, song number 5. But thankfully we didn't. Thankfully I do still have my voice enough to be able to continue to talk. What did I say? I also wanted Jazz Bar. And without getting into the nitty gritty, Jazz Bar delivered. in a major way, Jazz Bar delivered. We're gonna leave it at that.
Go look up a fan cam. If
Look
you
up a
wanna
fan
know.
cam if you need to know. If you need to know and you didn't get it out of my footage, go look up a fan cam. Somebody else has a higher quality video than me. I can promise you that. And as far as those two go, I absolutely near the top of my list for favorite performances of the night. But I have to give a big shout to Good Night. The energy the energy shifted completely when Good Night started to play, and I think the girls' energy just in general shifted when Good Night came on. What I didn't realize was Can't Get You Out of My Mind was going to be one of the encore songs. By the time we had gotten to the encore, I was just so satisfied with the entire concert experience that when it came on, I was like, ah! Because that's one of my favorite B-sides they've dropped on any, at this point, I think of the last 3 or 4 albums, one of my absolute favorites. Like a top 3 among all 4 of those albums I'm talking about. And so getting that as the encore song was just phenomenal. And also another shout out to another song that was really early on in the performance was Odd Eye. Odd Eye was awesome as well. Okay, as far as individual songs, I think we're good talking about that. We need to update them on bias related things.
Yes.
You go first.
Okay, so going into the concert, I was so biased.
Indeed.
And if Sue was still blonde, this would still be the case. But Yuhyun absolutely stole every part of my soul. And when Sue is blonde again, I will double bias.
I will hop back.
I will double bias so hard, but
Yeah.
this is how it is, yes.
So one of us did end up hopping tonight. I will say that I don't believe that this counts as a hop, but what I will say is just like with so many other of my absolute favorite groups, I cannot say that I have a definitive one single bias anymore. I think it's only right for me to combine after this concert, after what I saw tonight and what I experienced tonight, I think it's only right for me to combine my current Dreamcatcher bias and also have a double bias with the one that originally was my bias. So I am officially, properly double biased between Jiu and Yuhyun. And I'm very happy with that. I'm very, very pleased with that. I feel much peace in that decision. Obviously, Faith and I are, of course, OT7 all through, but it's okay to have favorites here and there. But that's how we're feeling. One of us did hop. So I would say it's a
I
success.
said I was going to.
That's the thing, though. But you know, a concert is really good when it forces you to do something like that. It not just because like, oh, you're surprised in some way, shape, or form, but also just because it's like when it takes when you have a bias to a certain degree, you're pretty locked in on it most of the time. And unless something crazy happens, most of the time you're probably just going to stick by it. I feel like most people are like that, right? And so to really have it happen like that, perfection. Well, y'all, Faith and I have another hour or so-ish on the drive home. Hopefully going to make it home safely. And if you're seeing this video right now, it means we did make it home safely. So that's it for us. In the meantime, I'm sorry that I didn't really get to talk at y'all a whole lot this video, but it's just the way that it worked out this time. Like I was saying, massive shout out to the Dreamcatcher girls, massive shout out to all of their staff. We were their last show on this leg of the tour. They're all done, and in their closing speeches, they talked about that a lot, and the whole crowd was just sobbing because we were like, no, you could also just perform again tomorrow, or you could just keep performing right now. Anyway, so we're gonna miss them, but we know that they will be back eventually. This truck is so close to me.
This is my nightmare.
So close to me, bro. Just pass me, please.
Oh my God.
But we're thankful that the girls came to town, and we really hope that we get the opportunity to see them again. At this point, I feel like I've missed, like, if I had, you know, a couple gajillion dollars, I probably would have been able to see the girls like 4 or 5 times at this point, just because of how often they tour here in the States. But they just haven't been able to be, they either have gotten close to us and I just had something come up, or it's just they haven't come anywhere near us. So the fact that we got an Orlando date and Faith and I just had to drive like an hour and a half was so convenient and so perfect for us. So shout out to the girls, shout out to all their staff, shout out to the staff of the venue, shout out to everybody we met, and shout out to y'all for clicking on the video. If y'all enjoyed it and made it all the way through, please be sure to leave a like for me one time, because I didn't say that at the beginning of the vlog. It means that no one's actually gonna do it.
This happens every vlog.
I try to get better at it, but it just doesn't.
It's just so funny.
Thank y'all so much for all your good energy and your good vibes. There'll be more Dreamcatcher content from me, hopefully sooner rather than later. And as always, if you haven't hit us up over on Patreon yet, feel free to do so because we've reacted to pretty much every single Dreamcatcher album over there. Normally right when they drop too, so the excitement is still very much there. And if that interests you, great. And if not, that's okay too. I just need to let you know that it is available over there if that does interest you. Thank y'all for watching. I am going to drive us home, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye.